Yeah, Brenda, not only frustrated, but some places like hospitals, for example, in Central Oregon rely on CenturyLink for their landline phones. Those are down. So patients and staff at St. Charles Medical Centers in Bend, Redmond, Prineville, and Madras are relying on cell phones this afternoon. Now, I did talk with an employee here at CenturyLink. They said all of their systems inside this Portland headquarters, they are down. There's nothing they can do, and it's not over yet.
Check out the heat map from the website Down Detector that measures failures in large tech and media companies. A large concentration of the CenturyLink outage is here in the Pacific Northwest and the Midwest, but customers across the country are affected. People used their cell phone data to get on sites like Twitter to vent. Folks reported outages across Idaho, in Vancouver, and across Portland, saying, all my CenturyLink neighbors are down along with the rest of the nation using it. And of course, it wouldn't be the internet without memes on the supposed crisis, using South Park's news anchor to announce there is no internet. I loved this one saying, hey, have you tried restarting your modem? That should solve all your problems. People understand there can be an outage, but the problem was it took 7 hours for CenturyLink to publicly acknowledge anything was wrong and post about it. Check out this screenshot of someone who got on the live chat feature, and it said it'd be 598 minutes or 9 hours of wait time to talk to a support person. Finally, at 10 a.m., 7 hours later, CenturyLink posted this statement on Twitter, quote, our network is experiencing a disruption affecting customer services. We understand some customers are currently unable to generate tickets through the CenturyLink help portal. We know how important these services are to our customers, and we're working to restore services as quickly as possible.
Now, some people's services, like at my house, for example, have come back online after being out for a couple of hours. I called all of the numbers that we have for these corporate offices here in Portland. It doesn't even ring. All of their phones are down. There is no estimated time of when this could be resolved. Brenda, back to you.
Oh, how maddening. We're so connected. All right, let us know what happens. Thank you, Nina.